Coming up, the best of the action from all three stages in the 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup, and a look ahead to the season climax in Yankton, USA. Guatemala City, Lausanne in Switzerland and the French capital Paris have each hosted a stage of the 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup. There's been drama, tension and no shortage of top quality action as the sport's elite battled it out for a place at this year's World Cup final. Guatemala City hosted the women's recurve final in stage 1, where Deepika Kumari was up against Mackenzie Brown from the USA. As we joined the match in the third set, it was the Indian archer who was leading.
Yep. Looks so much better. Good confidence, good timing, solid. Good shot, just out. Just tweaking the sight, a little bit high left.
Oh.
That's unlucky, just below the 10. Having a bit of a joke with the coach as well, so I think she's feeling less of the pressure now.
Called an 8, but marked for a measure.
Yes, please.
That one's close as well. Called a 10. So a 29, no indication of a measure up. Well, that looks like it's just gone into the 9. So even if that 8 is marked up to a 9, it's not going to be enough for Kumari to level up with Mackenzie Brown. So just like that, Mackenzie Brown is all square at 3 set points each. And let's focus on Mackenzie Brown, a 10-9-10. Great shooting.
Yeah, she really got back into a groove there. Like I said, after that second arrow, a little smile to the coach, feeling much more confident.
3 apiece in terms of set points here. The pressure has just ramped up a tiny notch more. It was already 20 degrees outside when we started this session. I fear the athletes may be feeling a little more hot than that. 3-all, set number 4, Kumari will shoot first.
X10. Exactly what she needed. Put the pressure on. Just drifting wide of the 10. Not far. A long hold.
Very long.
Trust it. Right there with it.
So all square after 2 arrows each. So this set has come down to the final arrow. Just into the 9. So a 10 here for Mackenzie Brown, and she'll be in the lead.
Yep.
And there it is. And there was a little bit of steering by the looks of things on that one.
There did seem to be a little bit, and a big smile as she realised what she'd done.
And it's been more than enough to overtake Deepika Kumari, who is starting to look like she's feeling the pressure of the final here. And there was the big steer from Mackenzie Brown, and a little smile from her. Kumari shooting first to stay in the match.
What a great reply. X10. Better timing.
Good finish. 9.8 right there. 9.
Good, strong shot. Trust it. Good focus, good finish.
It's a good opportunity here for Mackenzie
Yup.
Brown.
Show me
And
another
she's
one.
levelled things up. So now Kamari's got to put down the biggest possible score she can to put some pressure on Brown. Into the 10, that's what she needed, a 29, she's back. But Mackenzie Brown can win gold here with a 10. She's pulled that one to the right and it's gone into the 9, and look at that, what a joy it is to watch this archery after such a long time. We're getting brilliant matches. Deepika Kumari has levelled things up, 5 set points apiece after regulation 5 sets, so we will have a shoot-off for gold in the Recurve women's final. What more could you ask for, Nikki?
Oh, it couldn't be tighter, could it? She just didn't look happy with that last arrow, Mackenzie, as it went off. You could see in her face. She was nervous as to what was going to happen, but it was enough to tie. And we're going to see each of these archers shoot one more arrow, and it's just the closest to the middle.
Both of them taking a slightly different approach. Kamari had her words early with her coach and then just sat back and just went with inside herself. She's going to shoot first in the shoot-off for gold.
Good focus, good finish.
A 9
Good, strong shot. Good focus, good finish. Trust
in the
it.
10, and it will be gold for Mackenzie Brown. That's in the 9, and I think that's further out.
Yeah.
I think Deepika Kumari has taken the first stage of the Hyundai World Cup Series here in Guatemala City with a shoot-off 9.
It's a long time I play in like in a box, and I'm still shivering. So it's feeling great. At the same time, feeling happy and feeling nervous. So both.
The men's final provided the opportunity for an Indian gold medal double. Deepika Kumari's husband, Atanu Das, was facing Spain's Daniel Castro, and there was nothing to separate the pair after the first 2 sets.
Yes, 8.
Immediately turning to try and look to see where that arrow went.
Muy bien. Y ahora enfócate donde estás mirando con la intensidad.
Very long hold.
Oh, what a shot though. The opportunity was there for him and he took it. Pressure now on Atanu Das.
Dropping another point. It's just,
Tu proceso hasta
he
el
really
fondo,
needed to put the pressure on here, and 3 points
Da
down.
igual si el visor se
Set.
mueve, sigue mirando y mete la intensidad al disparo, ¿eh? Da igual si te mueve, solo sigue.
Good shot. Very close. It is a 9. Back in the 10s for a 27. So an 8 to share the points, a 9 to take the lead.
Enfócate donde estás mirando hasta que llega la flecha, ¿eh? 5.
Puts it in the 10. Brilliant stuff from Daniel Castro, and a fist pump there as well. A 29 after 2:28 sees the Spaniard going 4-2 up in set points. Atanu Das gets set number 4 underway with a 9.
Loading, angle, transfer. Y ahora mira y la intensidad. Solo sigue dirigiendo,
Coach
¿eh?
just talking him through the shot.
6, 5.
Looked a little bit unsteady, didn't he? Threw it and just wide into the 8.
Corrected over to the right.
Muy
So
bien.
One would think the last one from Das will be right in the middle and hit the 10. Oh, no, this is it. This is what we've seen throughout this competition. Get right the way up to the finishing line and then have a big stutter. There you go, in the middle for the 10 at a 28, and the points again go to Atanu Das, and again we're going to be level after 4 sets of regulation archery. Can he get this one back in the middle? That's slightly better, but his lowest score so far, a 24. Mr. Consistent in the gold medal match has suddenly gone on a downward trajectory.
Daniel's second arrow, you just see the release. It's just, I think it's just a little bit soft. It was definitely different. It wasn't as smooth as the ones before. Let's just throw it out.
And Atanu Das has just brought himself back level with Daniel Castro. Puts it into the 10.
Venga, tu proceso igual hasta el holding, Dani. Muy bien. Y ahora solo la intensidad hacia donde están mirando, ¿eh? Buena.
That's marked as a 9, or called a 9 in venue. Looked very close to potentially being an 8.
It did, yeah. Look near the line, but if it does touch the line, he'll get the highest score.
Pulled that one into the 10 as well. What a return to form at the right time for Atanu Das in this gold medal match.
He really needed that. He had to put the pressure on Atanu for this last shot.
He certainly did, and Atanu Das can still do this. A 10 will take him to the gold medal. Oh, what a way to finish. A perfect 30 from Atanu Das of India. And Daniel Castro can't match this despite being more consistent throughout. A brilliant finish from Daniel Castro for a 29. But what a return to form for Atanu Das, shooting 9, 9, 10 in the 4th set and then finishing with a perfect 30 to take the Recurve men's gold, 6 points to 4 against Daniel Castro.
Feel amazing, you know, it's like dreams are coming true. I was working so long, you know, so for so many years, and now this is paying off. So this is my first title. So I'm very happy actually.
Gold medal success then for Indian husband and wife, Atanu Das and Deepika Kumari. Not only did they top the podium in Guatemala City, but they also booked their places at the World Cup final. Stage 2 of the 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup took place in Lausanne, Switzerland, and we knew a Russian archer was guaranteed gold in the women's recurve final. But which one? Svetlana Gombayeva was taking on Ksenia Perova.
Medal match.
I think there is a very fine margin between these two. Add to that, they're both from the same country, an intramural affair. Gombayeva to shoot first.
8. Nine. 9.
9/6 далекая.
9.
What's interesting here is I think there's only one Russian coach stood behind the younger athlete, and you can hear her giving her feedback and helping her, but no one behind Perova.
Скорее всего, 9 на 9 часов. Там в габарите.
Yeah, there you go. Getting the signal, Perova though settling into that shot. She shoots really fast, but has gone into the 7 there. And a chance to take it
ladies and gentlemen, on target number 1,
has been given away by the more experienced Ksenia Pereva. I am astonished with that.
Yeah, unusual, isn't it? You know, we've got pretty good conditions here. We've talked about them being changeable. But interesting what she's going to do now between ends as well. But most people, they want someone in the box there behind them where they can just, you know, release a bit. If you're stood there on your own, you know, you can think and analyse, and that's not where you want to be. You can see a reaction there trying to pull it across.
Pereva will shoot first in the second.
10.
That is the kind of response we were expecting. A 10 from Pereva.
8.
8-3. Далекая.
7.
Nearly hitting the spot of the last one. You know, I wonder if there's something technical there she's done and just repeated.
9.
9 на час. Близкая.
Well, as you can see, all square, so it's just down to this one arrow now from each archer,
7.
and it's same again. Well, here's a big opportunity for an unexpected big lead after 6 arrows.
8.
She's put it into the 8. It's just about enough. A 25 plays 24 in this intriguing battle between two Russians, Gombayeva and Pereva. Okay, you called it, you spotted it, hitting the same spot 3 times now. What is going on with Pereva?
I can't quite see because there's no big issue. As she comes into full draw, there is a little tiny movement of her hand into her neck, which we might see in the replay, but there's nothing really that stands out as being, you know, a big problem. But these tiny little things can make a big difference down the other end.
Yeah, she gets into full draw pretty quickly as well, and as you've mentioned earlier, looks very relaxed. She doesn't look like she's holding a huge amount of poundage.
I think that in the replay there looked a little bit what we call soft. She almost saw the movement of fingers went forward before they went back, and going left is often a release error.
Time for set number 3.
8.
Left again, not quite as bad, but I wonder if Gombayeva can smell the victory here. Remember, winners of each stage have booked their place at the Hyundai Archery World Cup Finals in September in Yankton in the USA.
She knew it again. You see that arm come straight across as soon as the shot went off, just trying and correct it. I think there's some sort of a release error happening here, and she's aware of it, but she just can't do anything to correct it.
9.
Well, she needs to find something here to put some pressure on. I think the look on her face suggested she'd given this one away. A 24, a 7 to win here for debutante Svetlana Gombayeva.
8.
And it's an 8. It's enough to take the win and take it in fine fashion. 6 set points to 0. I'm not quite sure she came here thinking she would win. I'm sure she wanted to, but when she saw that she was facing teammate Ksenia Pereva, she was unflappable. She did what she needed to do. It wasn't the highest quality final by a scoring point of view, but very intriguing to see the start of this young archer's journey. Svetlana Gombayeva wins the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in Lausanne and books her place in the finals in Yankton, USA in September, joining Deepika Kumari of India, who won stage 1.
Я верю, я очень рада, что это мой первый опыт участия в Кубке мира, и я выиграла его, я очень сильно рада, и я вдохновлена работать дальше еще больше.
The men's recurve final in Lausanne saw 5-time World Cup winner Brady Ellison taking on Maximilian Weckmüller of Germany.
Good, strong shot, Brady. Good focus, good finish.
It's Ellison who will get us underway.
10.
11 o'clock.
It was a gritty performance from Max Weckmuller in the semi-finals. Showed some real steel. The thing is, he's going to have to put these into the centre of the target, and that is a confident start from the German. Much needed.
Yep.
10.
Just out of the exit 11.
Nine.
Maybe just out. I don't know if they're going to star that one. Might be close, but doesn't Brady look on form?
Yep.
10, 10, 10.
Perfect
score.
start from Ellison. Ominous. The 2 set points are his. I have to say, Weckmuller's grouping, not too bad. Those 2 9s are the difference between the two, but actually, as good as Ellison is, I don't think Weckmuller's too far off him.
No, he just needs to make an adjustment there, doesn't he? You need to utilise your group size. If they're smaller than the 10, just shuffle them across and get those maximum points that you can.
Considering it could be a 10, so
Get a
there's only
good
one thing to
view
do in that
of
situation. Just wait for
Ellison's
official target
technique.
judge approval of that arrow value. The value has
As
come in.
you
It is a
suggested,
9. Brady
looking
Ellison
at
getting the 2
second
set
arrow
points
from
available for the taking.
Weckmuller is
Moving
actually
into
subject
the
to a
second
measure. They
set
are
of
having a
our
look at
gold
it.
medal
It's
match.
still not going to be
Brady
enough
Ellison, 32 years of age,
for
world number
any
1.
set
I
points,
said that
but
before.
will
Max Weckmuller,
boost
26 years
Weckmuller's
of age,
confidence, no
currently
doubt.
ranked world number 27. Mad Max Weckmuller shoots first on target 1.
So trailing by 2 set points, German Weckmuller will shoot first in the second set.
9.
9,3 auf 9.
9.
1 o'clock, 9-5.
Just a little bit of a longer hold there from Brady.
10.
All Max. 10,8.
So, job done, leading the order of shooting to put some pressure on your opponent with a big score.
8.
Just left.
Quizzical look from Ellison to coach. And Weckmuller can put this one to bed.
10.
Ho, ho, ho, look at that. Not only has he put it to bed, but those last 2 arrows, absolutely superb. Will be all square after
9.
the first
Well, there you have it. Weckmuller
and second
just staying
sets.
focused on the task at hand, shooting a near perfect score
So,
of 29 to Brady Ellison's
an interesting
26 there.
second
We
set
have ourselves
for
a
Brady
tie
Ellison.
after
What
2
on
sets
earth
in this
happened
gold
there?
medal match.
Well, we saw
Indeed,
similar
Max
things
Weckmuller,
in the semi-final, didn't we? Where Brady came out, shot 26, he then shot 29, back down to 27. He just spread them around the 9 and 8 a little bit, and you can't really see much difference, can you? Maybe a slight change in the timing that we've talked about before, being at full draw, the length of time before the release, changing a little bit, but you know, not major errors, just enough to spread them out.
Yeah, meanwhile, Weckmuller, who didn't have very big scores in his semi-final, has suddenly brought his A-game to the final with Brady Ellison. How much of an upset would this be if Ellison wasn't to win and book his place at the Hyundai Archery World Cup finals?
It would be a huge upset. He's definitely the favourite here to win.
Well, he's been pegged back to all square. Brady Ellison, world number 1, will shoot first in the third set.
9.
Same hole as the last one.
9.
9,5 auf 9.
Well, Ellison's coach said that he put that first arrow into the same hole as the previous one,
There you go.
and the correction has been made and he's back in the centre.
Yeah, if you look at the holes in the target face, Brady's shot a much better group so far. They've just been a little bit high.
10.
10. Auf geht's.
Weckmuller matching him.
Good, strong shot. Good focus, good finish.
10.
Fit.
Well,
Shot.
Brady, we all know, is back with a 29. Can be matched here. 10 from Weckmuller.
9.
Required, it's only a 9,
Well,
so
the
another
added pressure on that
28 for
final arrow there
Weckmuller,
on the
and the
German
points
side of
go
the field
to
as
Ellison
well, needing a
4-2.
10 to stay
So
in the chase,
they've
or rather to
tossed
split
this
the
one
pie
about a
and
bit.
grab 1
Ellison
set
going
point here
2-0 up
of
in
the
after the
situation
first,
in favor of
Weckmuller
Brady
pegging
Ellison,
back in the
9-10-10.
second,
That
and
near
now
perfect
Ellison
score of 29,
back on
putting him in
the
a
centre of the
commanding
target,
position.
goes
Now looking at the
4-2
outs,
up.
the outs
So
being
what
the
has
way to
changed?
get
Well,
to 6.
26 in the
pathway
previous
to
round,
6 set points here for Ellison.
with
Just
the
needs to win the
arrows
next
going
set.
high, and now
Weckmuller now
nearly
needs
a
to rally,
perfect.
find a way to
The only
stay
real
in the
difference I can see
chase,
there is in the shot
which could
time in
be
how long
a
he's staying at full
difficult
draw,
goal. The
and that
difficulty
might
factor
indicate a
certainly is
difference
pretty high
perhaps in
when you're
the
facing
balance
off
of the
against
front
one of
arm
the
versus the
greatest
back arm,
archers
and
in the
you know,
history
they just
of the sport.
everything's been a little bit high,
Moving
isn't
on
it?
to
So
set number
he's just
4
made
here
that
in this
adjustment
gold medal
now,
match, the intensity
getting back
on
into the
field of
10.
play.
Do you see this being done
match
now
for the
in
ages.
the fourth
Max
set,
Weckmuller
or
gets
do we
ready to
think
shoot first.
we're going to see
On
more
target
of the Weckmuller fight back?
I think given Brady's performances so far today in the semi-final as well, there's a chance, you know, for Vec to come back.
Well, we watch on for set number 4. Ellison leading the way as the favourite up against this German who refuses to let go.
10.
X.
Nachhalten.
9.
Just dropping into the 9, an opportunity potentially for Ellison here.
Good focus. Good finish. Yep.
10.
On the spider. Show me another.
Fantastic response.
Yeah, what pressure now on Weckmuller. His final arrow needs to be a good one in this set. Just clipping the 10 ring, so a 29. 228s and 229s, but a perfect score from Ellison in this set will win it for him.
Yep.
Oh, it is gold for Brady Ellison. Normal order is restored in the recurve men's individual discipline with the world #1 and reigning world champion from the United States of America, Brady Ellison, taking gold at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup here in Lausanne.
I think I might get the most improved for that, going out the first match and then winning. You know, it feels good. Like, we've been out of competition for so long, and you know, like they're saying, like world #1, world champion and all that, and then to come on, you want to keep shooting well. You know, you come off of 2019, best season ever, and then you know you want to start this. So it's good to get another win. It's good to be in another World Cup final that way, and yeah, just overall pretty excited with it.
After 2 stages of the 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup, recurve archers Deepika Kumari and Svetlana Gombayeva had booked their places at the World Cup final in Yankton, while men's stage winners Atanu Das and Brady Ellison knew they'd also be joining them in the USA. The world's best archers descended on Paris, France for the 3rd stage of the 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup. Deepika Kumari already had 1 stage win to her name this season, and she made a strong start to her latest final against Russia's Elena Osipova. Osipova, a Russian, trailing here. Will shoot first in the second set. Well, called a 10 in stadium, but I think our scorecard's correct. That looked like a measurable 9. So Osipova gets herself into the 10 ring, and in fact into the X ring for the first time in the match. So 28, much better. But even if that first arrow stays a 9, a 10 here will put Kumari 4-0 up. That is a 10. It's at least a 29, could be marked up to a 30, and it's a 4-0 lead for Deepika Kumari, who looks incredibly strong.
The difference there, like last hour, she kept the flow, she kept the movement, better timing, straight in the middle. I could almost feel it's going to be a 10 and then left the bow, because it was just a regular normal shot, came back to the coach really positive. She's just got to stick with those, she knows how to do it.
Yeah, you were nodding your head before we saw where that final arrow went. You were convinced that was the shot.
Yeah, because she just kept the timing, she kept the movement, and it just looked good. So if she can just keep those up and stop stopping.
Yeah, the hold at full, or nearly full draw is what you said was causing the problem in the semi-finals. It goes right, it's going very right for Deepika Kumari. She's had a very pleasurable time in Paris. We wanted a warm-up for the Olympic Games. Kumari is showing you how to do it. So, 4-0 down. Elena Osipova, world number 17. She's got to have her wits about her. She's certainly capable of fighting back, but it must start right now. That is not what she wanted. It will dent her confidence, and if Kumari's paying any attention, it will boost hers. 9 is enough.
Wasn't far out, was it? All her arrows, I think, are within, you know, good margin of the 9.7 or inwards.
Still more room for opportunity here for Kumari. Yes, all right. Coach not 100% happy with that shot, but a 9 is enough. Could really do with a 10 here. Osipova gets it on the 9-10 line, gets the 10 for a 27, but 28 is gettable for Deepika Kumari. Long hold again. The tension is palpable. Oh, she's put it into the 10. The hold this time worked out for her. It's a 6-0 Paris gold medal win for Deepika Kumari of India. It's her second stage win of the season, having taken gold in Guatemala. She's taken gold here in Paris, beating Elena Osipova 6 set points to 0. And what preparation she has had for the Tokyo Olympic Games.
I feel very good, and first I'm happy because I'm improving, and I'm happy with that.
The men's recurve final in Paris saw American teammates Brady Ellison and Jack Williams go head-to-head, and it was the favourite, Ellison, who made the better start. Jack Williams begins the fight back here in set number 2. And it's an X for Jack Williams. Mm. 2 in a row. Back in the 10 for Ellison. Right. 3 X's here, and Jack Williams is right back in this. Well, it's pretty close. I think it is a 10. Not quite in the centre, but a 30 for Jack Williams is now an unreachable target for Ellison, with a 9 with his first arrow and a 9 with his last arrow as well. I think he probably just put that into the target to get that set out of the way. 2 set points apiece. Mickey, we've talked about momentum. We're going to talk about momentum again. 2 X's and a 10 for Jack Williams. Well, he's going to win this now.
If it was only easy as that, huh? I mean, what an end, you know, really, really close to the middle, nearly all X's I think they were. And interesting, there's no coach behind either of these athletes. Head coach basically has left them to it to fight it out between them. So I think it's a bit of a tough one when you stood there for a couple of minutes on your own, waiting for your arrows to come back and no one ready to talk to. So you've got to know what you're going to do with that time.
Quite right that the coach decides not to get involved, leaving the archers to it. It's time to think about, you know, the flight home. They've been here for 15 days in a big bubble, an archery bubble. Probably sick of the sight of the hotel, the transport, and this venue. Only a few more arrows to shoot though, and a gold medal, of course, to win. All square here in the All-American Recurve men's final in Paris. Ellison pegged back by Jack Williams. Back in the X for Brady Ellison. Just on the 10 line for Jack Williams. And 3 10s for Brady Ellison, and he takes the lead back because the maximum Jack Williams can get is a 29. Ends up being a 28 for him. There's a little bit of communication between the pair of them now. You don't often see that, and it's almost like a friendly chat between the two. Of course, they are going to be teaming up for the Olympic Games.
Yeah, these guys have just gone through an emotional roller coaster together, haven't they? Earning their Olympic team spot, so they're pretty close. They want to stay pretty close. Really good chance for a medal between them as a team going into Tokyo. So yes, you're an individual, but you are part of that team as well.
We take a look back at that. This time Ellison starting with an X right down the middle, and it's good to see 2 teammates clearly both want to win the stage here in Paris, but you know, in the downtime they are teammates first and foremost. Very curious as to what is pinned or clipped to Brady Ellison's cap.
It's a fish hook, so some of the Americans partake in a bit of bow fishing. It became a bit of an accessory some years back.
I've seen a couple of the archers with those in their caps. Good knowledge. You've managed to get rodeo and fishing into the archery commentary.
That is why I'm here.
Jack Williams pegged Brady Ellison back in the second set. He started that third set, that second set I should say, with an X. This time it's a 9. So he sees himself 4-2 down. Ellison can do this in this set if he takes both of the points. Slightly longer hold, and it's still out on the left and into the 9. On the X line here. So, mini advantage as the wind just picks up, blowing from right to left. Drop that into the 9 as well, and a 27, a 9. Oh, and there's some nerves there from Ellison. Little shaky on the last one, but a 10 for the win and a second stage win for Brady Ellison of the United States of America. He let Jack Williams back in, with a 28 in the second set. Williams shooting a perfect 30, but that was it from then on. Only dropped a single point, and Brady Ellison wins the Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 3 here in Paris. So Brady Ellison, as double stage winner, was confirmed as top seed for the 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup final. Atanu Das will join him as a stage winner from Guatemala. And booking their places as points qualifiers, Nicolas Demore, Mauro Nespoli, Yun Sanchez and Max Weckmuller. That left just 2 spots to fill, the host nation's representative and the Olympic champion. In women's recurve, double stage winner Deepika Kumari qualified top of the rankings. She was joined by Lausanne stage winner Svetlana Gombayeva and points qualifiers Mackenzie Brown, Elena Osipova, Lisa Unruh and Michelle Kroppen. The host nation representative and the Olympic champion would take the 2 remaining spots. For the first time in the 15-year history of the Hyundai Archery World Cup, outsiders would qualify for the final. But not just any outsiders, the Olympic champions. In Tokyo, 128 archers entered the arena in Umenashima Park and only 2 survived, and history was made by Turkey's young superstar, Mete Gasos.
Yani şöyle oldu, gece yattıktan sonra ertesi sabah Gökte abi beni telefonla aradı. Hani görüntülü aradı sabah direkt benden daha erken kalkıp direkt ben kalktım, abi ne oldu dedim, bana direkt şey dedi. Madalya nerede diye sordu. Madalya gösterdim. Oh dedi, tamam. Bütün her şey bir gerçekmiş. Hani bir şeyde değilmişiz. Rüyadan değilmişiz dedi. Ben de o sıra dedim tamam, şey olduk yani. Olimpiyat şampiyonu olduk. Yani ben çok mutluyum. O Rio bittikten sonra bütün ekiple beraber toplanıp şey yaptığımız zaman yani Rio evet belki şey almadık, madalya almadık ama bizim için tam bir şey oldu. Temel taşı oldu. Rio'da şunu gördük. Biz bu şekilde antrenman yapmaya devam edersek o zaman 5 sene yoktu yani. 4 sene sonra şampiyon olmamız çok yüksek ihtimaldi. Daha özgüvenli, kendine güvenen, aslında aynı şey değil mi ikisi? Özgüvenle kendine güvenmek aynı şey ama ne? Yani bu sefer kendimi o atmosfere kaptırmadım. Daha tecrübeliydim. Yani bu geçtiğimiz 5 yıl ve Rio'daki mağlubiyetimden ders çıkarttığımı fark ettikten sonra her şey daha özgüvenli oldu. Yani pandemi tabii ki de bir sene şey yaptı, olimpiyatları erteledi. Ama tabii aslında bu da güzel. Sonuç olarak bu konuda da bütün yani Tokyo'ya katılan bütün sporcular aslında tarihe geçmiş oldu. Tarihin bir parçası oldular. Yani tarihte ilk ertelenen olimpiyata katılan sporcular oldular. O yüzden ertelenmesi bu anlamda çok bayağı iyi oldu. Yani bu konuda da tarihe geçmiş olduk. Çocuklarıma, torunlarıma bunu anlatırken elimde yazılı belge elimde olacak. Olimpiyatlar bir sene ertelenmişti diye. Yani ben ilk turda gergindim. Tabi bu gerginlikte tekniğime de yansıdı. Tekniğimde bir takım hatalar meydana geldi. Zaten bunun için antrenmanlarımızı olabildiğince o strese ve o zihinsel durumda güçlü kalabilmek için simüle ettik. Yani en basiti 5 duyu organımızı kullanarak zihnimizde canlandırma antrenmanları yaptık. Ben o altın madalyayı antrenmanlarda yaptıklarımız sayesinde kazandık. Anlık olarak orada yaptığım bir şeyden dolayı değil. Yani o an çok mutluydum. Yani çok da aslında duygularımı nasıl tarif edeceğimi bilmiyorum. Ama tek istediğim yani bir önce her şeyi bırakıp Göktabe'ye sarılmaktı. İşte arkadaşlarımla konuşurken falan işte olimpiyat şampiyonu olduktan sonra şey diyordum. İşte çok fazla bağırmayacağım, zıplamayacağım, atacağım böyle sakin sakin arkayacağım falan diyordum. Yani o tamamen o anlık bir enerjinin patlamasıydı yani. Zaten normalde de yapacağım ve yaptığım bir şey değil zaten. O anda istemsiz olarak öyle bir davranış yaptım yani. Yani bu aslında ben hani kendi özelimde konuşuyorsam çok hani son 5 yıldır neredeyse her gün düşündüğüm, hayalini kurduğum bir şey. Ama tabii ki de benden önce şu anda da benim arkamda bu birinci olmamda inanılmaz büyük bir destek veren 6 kişilik bir kadro var. Ve bunların hepsi benden daha da önce bu madalyanın hayalini kurdular. Ve bazıları o madalyaya çok fazla yaklaştılar. O işte onların bana verdikleri tecrübeler, bana aktardıkları bilgiler sayesinde. Hani biz bu 5 yılı birlikte hazırlandık. O yüzden onlar benim ailem gibiler. Yeri geldikleri zaman bana abilik yapıyorlar, ablalık yapıyorlar, annelik yapıyorlar, babalık yapıyorlar, kardeşlik yapıyorlar. Bütün her şeyi yapıyorlar. O işte burada da antrenörlerim sayesinde hani hep beraber kurduğumuz bir hayaldi. Hep beraber düşündüğümüz, üzerinde çalıştığımız bir hayaldi. Onların da destekleri, benim de verdiğim emekler ve her zaman onlara şartsız bir şekilde güvenmem sayesinde yani şöyle diyebilirim 100 yıldır kurduğum bir hayaldi. Gördüm, onu ben orada isteyerek yaptım. Ama tabii ki de bu yani kesinlikle rakibimle dalga geçmek için ya da onu küçümsemek için ya da ona yaptığım bir hareket değildi. Tribünlerde Amerikalı psikoloğa karşı yaptığım bir şeydi. Onlar biredi onu attıkça dönüp bana doğru bağırıyorlardı. Ben de bunu fark edince tabii ki de hani orada bir şekilde psikolojik üstünlük kurmanız gerekiyor. Ben de bunu fark ettim. Yani biraz fazla bir şekilde bağırdıklarını. O gülümseme onlara karşı yaptığım bir gülümsemeydi. Yani işte yani bütün her şey bunun içinde. Yani bütün her şey bu yaptığımız çalışmalar, gecelerimizi, gündüzlerimizi katıp planlamalar, düşünmeler, her şey. Şu anda artık hiçbir şey bir önemi yok. Tabii artık bundan sonrası için de sanki bu boynumda değilmiş gibi, aynı şekilde planlamalara, gece gündüz düşünmelere, her şey yapmaya ve çalışmaya devam edeceğiz. Hala da bir şeyleri yapmaya devam edeceğiz.
Alongside host representative Jack Williams, Mete Gazos completed the men's lineup at this year's Hyundai Archery World Cup final. And while our other Olympic champion, Anne San, booked her ticket to the USA, she decided to withdraw from the competition. So it was Mexican Olympian Ana Vasquez who completed the Yankton roster. A spectacular 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup final is guaranteed as the world's best gather in Yankton, USA to try and claim the sport's ultimate prize. Join us next time for the best of the action. We'll leave you with some of the best moments from the World Cup season so far. Kamari wins the shoot-off to take gold in Guatemala. Oh, what a way to finish. A perfect 30. Svetlana Gombayeva wins the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in Lausanne. Oh, it is gold for Brady Ellison. Normal order is restored. It's a 6-0 Paris gold medal win for Deepika Kumari. $10 for the win and a second stage win for Brady Ellison of the United States.